Hi guys, it's me, and today we are talking about the reason why you're depressed.
Okay.
Big subject, I know, but bear with me. No, there's not a bear with me. Yep, I know, absolutely hilarious, as always.
Dumbass.
Anyway, back to the main point. Enough of that ridiculous frivolity. That. So the reason why you're depressed is kind of like the same reason as to why you're not achieving things, or why you're not successful, whatever that is to you, or why you're not going to the gym, and so many things of the nature of not doing or not achieving really are, I believe, the same reason as to why you're depressed. Now, usually, not achieving things or taking action on things or starting a business, whatever it may be, it's said the reason for not doing those things as being a fear of failure.
That's ridiculous.
That's the traditional reason for not doing something.
Just then.
Don't worry, I'm going to tie this all together with the reason why you're depressed. But to really, really illustrate this point, I'm going to take you on a little journey and tell you a story. So as a small child, you were there, you were sitting down with your books, and you started to read, and you just loved stories. You were interested in just the imagination, just going mad, and of different stories and different sort of dragons and brave knights or princes, princesses, whatever it is. And so you start to write little stories or little pieces of text, and you get some praise on that. And you know, it's something you really, really like.
Good. Mighty good.
And so you keep going through this, and as you go through school, your writing and your interest in writing starts to pick up. You're writing more and more stories, and they're becoming better stories, and also your descriptive text on perhaps non-fiction is amazing. And so you're building up this skill of being a very good writer. And then one day it comes into your mind, wow, imagine being an actual professional author. That would be like amazing. Well, maybe, yeah, I'd like to do that. As all kids do, they want to be something, whether it's a spaceman,
We're gonna jump on that spaceship.
a pilot, or a fireman. But this idea of writing books and just creating this world in text that other people can lose themselves in just gets more and more of a dream to you. You want to be a professional author to have the success of someone like J.K. Rowling. This builds up this dream of this being this author, and you just keep writing more and more. And then as your life goes on, as the years go by, slowly and slowly, you're writing more. It's not necessarily in school anymore or university. It's now just for fun. You're just writing things just for the fun and the enjoyment of it, and you're improving your skills at writing. You're just getting better and better, and as I said, you're getting such good praise and feedback from other people that this dream idea of becoming a professional author is really building. However, what's also building, and has started slowly but has now got some momentum, are the fears and the self-doubt.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Can I do this? Can I really become a professional author? Will people want to read my books? Does anybody care about my writing?
All of these doubts are not necessarily based on anything that you've heard, but it's just that subconscious just going on, and this sort of almost self-deprecating inner voice. And as your dream becomes more and more powerful, the doubts against achieving that dream also grow in their intensity and their power. And this just goes on, and as the years carry on, this builds and builds.
That's just what we did.
Now, I just want to say, if you are new here, my name's Daz.
He's an idiot.
I make videos every Monday and Thursday on the funny side of life with anxiety and depression. And if that's the sort of thing you like to see and follow, I'd love you to come along for the ride. Click that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and if you're liking this video so far, it'd be lovely. Just give that like button a little tickle. That would be amazing. And if you do struggle with any degree of depression or anxiety, I definitely recommend you check out BetterHelp. It's an amazing service, and if you enter the code DazHands, you'll get 10% off, and I'll put a link in the description for you.
Meanwhile,
So time goes on and you're writing more and you're really enjoying your writing. You've got so many books and different stories, and that amazing idea of having a novel out there on the shelves in the bookstores, and just that dream of becoming a world famous professional author, and people actually giving you accolades and you're winning prizes for your writing, your ideas and your thoughts. That's all growing. But as I said, so is these self-doubts and this fear almost of like,
Oof, I'm not sure. I'm so scared that people don't want to read my stuff.
and this continues and continues and continues to whatever age you are at. You've got just this yearning, this dream to take the plunge, make the leap, become a professional author.
sweet.
But there's this underlying feeling that's just stopping you. And I think traditionally, this is called the fear of failure. I don't want to make that jump. I don't want to make the leap into becoming a professional author, because if I fail, everyone's going to judge me and I'm going to feel a failure and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
However, these are my thoughts on it, and I want you to look at it this way. Alright, okay. Enough of my amazing humour. Back to the point.
Really?
I want you to look at this from a different perspective. No, not again. Sorry. Couldn't resist it. All these years, you've wanted to become a professional author, and you're not a professional author yet.
Okay,
So what you could say is that all of these years, you've failed at becoming a professional author.
Wait, what?
Because you weren't before, and you're still not. So you've consistently failed at becoming a professional author.
that happens.
So if you finally take that plunge and make the decision, right, today's the day, I'm going to become a professional author, that's it, quit my job, whatever it takes for you to do that, and it then doesn't work out, and you don't end up becoming a professional author, what has actually changed?
I don't know.
Nothing. You weren't a professional author for all these years, and you're now still not a professional author. So literally nothing has changed. You're still not a professional author, and you never were. So literally nothing's changed in your life at all. So there's no fear of failure, because the failure has always been there, and it's still there. The fear of failure, I believe, is not a real thing, is not the fundamental driving factor behind why you don't take that jump to be a professional author.
Do I amaze you?
So what is it? What's stopping you from doing it? I think, and I truly believe, it's actually the fear of success.
What?
So now think about it. If you make the decision to become the professional author that you wanted to be, and you make it, so much potentially changes in your life.
Quite tricky.
So if you make the decision to be a professional author, and then you get the success that you've always wanted to the level of J.K. Rowling, so much will change in your life. It's unbelievable. It's an immeasurable amount of change.
Shit on it!
Many of your friends will act very differently to you. Your newfound wealth could have a huge impact on friends, family, and people around you and your life. And you'll be mixing with such a new circle of people, all up to famous actors, rock stars. This could put a huge strain on any relationship you may have.
Okay.
So many things will change, and likely forever. And I believe this is the real reason why you're not taking the leap and making that decision to become a professional author.
Really, Daddy?
Because it's the fear of success. Because we as humans find incredible discomfort in change. Any amount of change we find really painful and really just difficult.
And that's for true.
And it's always said, oh, we fear change. And that fear comes from the discomfort. It's horrible when things change. So if you make a success of being a professional author, your life is turned around so much. Your life is like nothing you've ever seen before. Your life as you know it would be completely over. You've just been catapulted into a whole new world. And so that level of change is fucking terrifying. And that's why I believe that the thing that's stopping you from making that jump is that fear of that unknown, that massive change, how your whole world will be turned upside down. Admittedly, it's going to be a good thing on the whole, but that level of change is so mental and so difficult to comprehend. Subconsciously, you're like, That's why you don't make the decision to become a professional author, because ultimately, said they're not fear of failure, because if you fail, nothing changes. But if you succeed, bang, everything changes.
That's exactly what Doug used to say.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how the fuck does this relate to why you're depressed?
But I'm in so much trouble.
This is where I tie everything together with a nice little bow.
It's funny because it's true.
The reason is simply this. If you struggle with depression for any amount of time, that's almost your normal. That's your sort of level. That's your zero. Getting better, whatever that means to you, and taking the necessary action to get better is a leap into the unknown, into a life where you're sort of not depressed, or you don't have those weird mind thoughts? Aren't all thoughts in the mind? Arm thoughts. Taking it into a world where you're hopefully not having such intrusive thoughts.
Alright.
And so that is unknown. That's fucking scary as well, because to you, your normal is that depression. Trying to move your new normal to somewhere else is a big change, is hugely terrifying.
I didn't like it.
And so, why you're depressed is because to not be depressed and to move your life forward and take the necessary action, or just thinking differently, or doing meditation, or whatever it takes to move out of that sphere of depression, subconsciously it's moving you away from your comfort zone. And to do that is so uncomfortable to do as humans. Certainly not impossible, and I urge anyone to punch through that comfort level. I do believe it's your subconscious that's not wanting to move outside that comfort zone, and that comfort zone is being depressed. So there you have it. That's why you're depressed, or more realistically, why you continue to be depressed. Now let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this idea? If you haven't already, I'd really love you to subscribe, and you can do that down here. And I've got another cheeky video for you up there. And remember, don't take life too seriously, because there's enough crazy shit to laugh about, and just enjoy life. Until next time, see you later.